Hello everyone, it's Michelle Lupton here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made a card using the new Hero Arts kit from Joann's. So this kit includes the colour layering snowflake clear stamp set and matching frame cuts, has the snowflake pattern stencil, it has a couple of reactive ink cubes in Pool Party and in Splash, it has the white Hero Axe, which is so much fun to play with, it has a sparkle clear lacquer pen to give a bit of glitter. It has this really cool water flow brush which has a flat brush head on it, so that's really cool. And we have a bunch of cardstock. So we have 2 sheets each of vellum, Lux White watercolour paper, Paradise cardstock and Peacock cardstock. So this kit is available only on Joann.com and it has a retail value of $62, but it sells for $32.99, so it's really good value. Now I've started off, I'm actually making 3 cards in this session, but I'm just going to show you one of them in this video. Another one is on the Hero Arts YouTube channel. But I started with some ink that's not in the kit, but many of you will have already, which is the Unicorn White pigment ink. It's such a really nice bright white. Now I made sure that I stamped twice with this because I wanted to make sure I got a really nice opaque white snowflake on these coloured cardstocks. Now I also stamped these snowflakes in the reactive ink colours in both Splash and the Pool Party inks, and I actually used the Lux White watercolour paper for this, which has a little bit of a texture to it, so I did stamp more than once. Your Misty really comes in useful for this, because when you have a cardstock that has a little bit of texture, sometimes your first impression might not be 100% perfect, so it's always good to go back in with multiple inkings. I originally planned on doing a watery technique with this. I thought I might spray with water or use the water flow brush on these snowflakes, but I actually changed my mind. So yeah, I didn't do that with these ones, but I stamped enough so that I would have enough for at least 3 cards, and I did make 3 cards, and I had leftover snowflakes as well. Now I'm just heat setting these white ones because the Unicorn ink is a pigment ink, so it takes a little bit longer to dry, but I'm impatient, so of course I had to use my heat tool. Alright, so I took out all of the dies from the colour layering snowflake frame cuts set, and I'm cutting out all of these snowflakes, so I'll have a lovely big pile, a flurry of snowflakes to work with for my cards. And they're really easy to line up. So I'm just making sure they're taped in place, and then I'll run that through my die cutting machine. There's, just by magic, all of my snowflakes cut out. Now what I did was I actually layered some of these up to decide which ones I wanted to go together. But with this particular card that I'm making right now, I decided to use the stencil to create an embossed cardstock panel. So I've taken a piece of the Lux White watercolor paper and sprayed it with some water, and then I ran it through my die cutting machine with my embossing pad and the snowflake stencil. So I've created this lovely texture. Now I did dry this off before going to this next step, but I've just put a bit of the white Hero Wax onto my non-stick work surface there, and I'm just finger painting. Basically I'm rubbing over the raised parts of the snowflakes with this Hero Wax, and it gives the most amazing shine to it. It's just such a really cool mixed media technique to try. You can do it with embossing folders, but even if you don't have an embossing folder, you can use it with stencils as well. Now I cut a panel of the Paradise cardstock to fit behind my panel with all the Hero Wax on it, my embossed panel. And I'm just layering this up onto a white top folding note card. So you can see I've just left a little bit of a border of that sort of aqua colour showing behind my panel, and then I'm going to adhere that panel to my card front, which also leaves a little bit of a border so I have some white showing around the edges. Alright, so once I had that done and my sort of card panel is ready to go, I grabbed some of my snowflakes that I had sitting there, and I'm just going to place them onto my card. And I'm amazed with myself, quite honestly, because usually that bit is the hardest bit for me, is just faffing around arranging things and reorganizing them and trying to decide exactly where to go. And for this card, I just plonked them down and went, yep, that looks good, and I went with it. I'm astounded with myself, quite honestly. I do the same thing with sequins. It takes me ages to figure out where to put them. But not today. I was on a roll. All right, so I'm just adhering these down with some of the Hero Arts Precision Glue. And I've actually already put some foam tape behind that sentiment. So I just stamped the sentiment onto the Luxe White watercolour paper with some intensified black ink, cut around it with my scissors, and yeah, popped it up on some foam tape. Now, as just a couple of little finishing touches, I decided to add a little bit of glitter with this sparkle clear lacquer pen. So I just made a few little blobs here and there to add a little bit of sparkle there. But there's so much shine going on in the background from the Hero Wax, I didn't think I really needed too much. Alright, so that is pretty much that card done. Here are the other two cards. The one in the middle is the one that I show in the Hero Arts video on the Hero Arts YouTube channel today. And the one on the left, I cut some of the snowflakes in half to create a slightly different design. So here are photos of the cards close up. I hope you enjoyed seeing this, and down below is a link to the kit at Joann's. Thanks for watching. Bye.